Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comment section. So the West Indies and Nepal, they played their second T20 match today, and it was another close encounter. But the West Indies were able to prevail in this one to tie the series going into the third match. So we're going to be reviewing the match in its entirety and also share my thoughts on, what I think about some of the performances in the game. Right. So West Indies batted first in this one again, and it wasn't as high scoring as the first T20, but it definitely had the same amount of excitement. So West Indies batting first, they scored 160 runs, of their 20 overs, with Andre Fletcher top scoring with 43. Captain Rastan Chase, he also contributed 23 runs. But what made the team even get to 160 runs was the innings of Gudakesh Motie, an unexpected performance with the bat from him. He scored 33 runs from just 8 balls. And that is what propelled West Indies to the total of 160. Without that innings from Motie, it would have definitely been a much lower score for West Indies, and they probably wouldn't have won the match, right? So Motie, he scored 33 from 8 balls, smashing boundaries all over the place. So a big shout outs to Godakesh Motie on that brilliant innings which he played, to help get the team to 160 runs. It, like I said, Motie is definitely one that I think will be in the T20 World Cup squad. So, and he's performed well, even in the recent West Indies Championship, he scored half centuries or a few half centuries. So Motie can definitely do his thing with the bat. And so it was good to see him, doing that and putting in a performance with the bat for West Indies, when they needed it in this match. So, and it was that performance with the bat in combination with his performance with the ball that earned him the player of the match performance. But the batting today for West Indies wasn't as good as it was in the first match, obviously. But they did enough with the bat, and then their performance with the ball, carried them to victory. So Nepal, so it was brilliant bowling by Nepal. Their bowlers were disciplined and stuck to the task, and hence restricting West Indies to only 160 runs. In reply, Nepal, they were only able to get to 150 runs of their 20 overs, but their captain, Rohit Paudel, he played another brilliant knock for them. Unfortunately, the other Nepal batsmen weren't able to stay with him throughout the innings and carry them to victory in this one. But nevertheless, it was a brilliant innings by Rohit Paudel. He scored 70 runs, 70 not out of 48 balls. So another brilliant knock by Rohit Paudel. Definitely a very talented batsman. And he has a bright future. Yeah, he has a bright future. So good batting by Rohit Paudel. But it was so Rohit Paudel and Gulshan Jah, he scored 26 off 11 balls. And, without West Indies getting rid of Gulshan Jah when they did, then Nepal would have definitely won this match. Because, but it was brilliant bowling by the West Indies regardless. So in Nepal's innings, they took wickets at regular intervals, quick wickets as well. I think at the end of the power play, Nepal were 28 for 4 at the end of the first power play. So it was brilliant bowling by West Indies, a much improved performance compared to what they did in the first match. So have to definitely give a huge shout out to the West Indies bowlers. So figures for some of the bowlers. So Gudakesh Motie, he bowled his full quota of 4 overs and took 2 wickets for I think 20 something runs. Mckoy, again, he bowled his full quota of 4 overs and he bowled he bowled 4 overs for 24 runs, and he also took a wicket. So Obed Mckoy, he improved on his performance from the first game. So he definitely looks good and looks like he's ready for the T20 World Cup. And I think he will be named in the squad for the T20 World Cup, off the back of these performances. So well done to Obed Mckoy. And as a West Indian fan, I am definitely excited to see that Obed Mckoy is back to some sort of form. Obviously the competition in the T20 World Cup will be a lot higher as far as the quality of batsman that he'll be going up against. But it's good to see him back, being economical and taking wickets. And that's because that's what the West Indies team will need. And just he brings a difference in terms of variety to the West Indies bowling attack. The fact that he's left-handed and he has a lot of variations. And yeah, it will be a definite plus to have Obed Mckoy back in the West Indies T20 team for the World Cup, in my opinion. So a brilliant performance by Obed Mckoy with the ball again, and improved performance from his performance in the first game. So big shout outs to Obed Mckoy. Rastan Chase as well. He bowled his full quota of 4 overs this time in this match, and he took a wicket. So he took 1 for 27 from his 4 overs. So another brilliant bowling performance by Rastan Chase. In combination with his batting performance, it was a low scoring game. So normally 23 runs, off 22 balls isn't considered spectacular. But in the context of the game and the scoring nature of the game, that innings that he played as well definitely contributed to the team winning the match, along with his brilliant bowling. So another brilliant all-round performance by Rastan Chase, not making the mistake of not bowling his full quota of overs this time. So definitely good to see that as well. So shout outs to Captain Rastan Chase on his performance in this innings. Hayden Walsh also, he replaced, I think, Aline in this game, and he bowled 2 overs for 15 runs. He didn't take any wickets, but he was economical as well. So I have to give him a shout out. And I don't think he will make the World Cup team, but it's good to see him back in West Indies colours and putting in a performance. Because for a while he was in the West Indies first team as a leg spinner, and his performances weren't great, but it's good to see that the selectors still have faith in him and are still including him in West Indies teams, especially in the shortest format of the game, so he can continue to work on his game and also build his confidence, knowing that the selectors have eyes on him. So good performance by Walsh there. But definitely have to give a shout out to the Nepal team. They have, surprised. I must say they have surprised me with their performances in these first few matches. Their batting in the first match was definitely a surprise to me, and their bowling in the second match was also surprising. And it just goes to show that the game of cricket is expanding, and no matter what the team is, whether it's a full member nation or whether it's an associate nation in cricket, they have talented players, and on any given day, that talent can show up and perform well. So big shout out to the Nepal team. They have a lot of talented players that have a lot of talented bowlers, and they're even missing one of their best bowler right now, which I think his name is Lamashane. He isn't playing in this series, but the other bowlers are still performing well. And like I said, it just goes to show that the game of cricket is expanding, and there are talented players everywhere. If you even look at the Rashid Khan, who a lot of people consider the best bowler in T20 cricket right now, he's not from a traditional cricketing nation. So it just shows that the game of cricket is expanding, and no matter what country you play for, if you're talented, your talent will show, and you will be able to, rise in the ranks of cricket, and get, because ultimately, especially in the T20 format, all players want to make it to the IPL or get an IPL contract where they can go to the IPL and show what they can do. So it's definitely good to see the Nepal Nepal players, showing what they can do and performing well in these matches as well. I mean, though obviously as a West Indian fan, I don't want them to beat the West Indies, but you have to acknowledge talent when you see it. So Rohit Paudel, brilliant batting by him. He's the top scorer in the series so far, and his batting has been brilliant. So huge shout out to Rohit Paudel. So from a West Indies perspective now, like I said, this series is preparation for some of the players for the T20 World Cup. Anthony is in this match, he didn't really score much. And that's cricket. Sometimes you'll score, sometimes you won't. Charles, again, in this match, he didn't score much. So that's a bit concerning, but we'll see how he performs in the upcoming matches. Motie, definitely an improved performance by him in this match compared to the first match, especially with the ball, because Motie is predominantly, is mainly a bowler. So his batting performance is a bonus, but I pay more attention to what he does with the ball, and it was a brilliant bowling performance by Motie. Obviously Rasta and Chase, he did his thing again, so definitely like to see that from the perspective of the T20 World Cup team. Obed Mckoy, again, like I said, another brilliant performance by him, and even an improved performance from his performance in the first game. And also the fact that this match was a back-to-back, and he was able to come in and perform well without any issues, any injury issues or any injury concerns. Definitely a big plus for Obed Mckoy as well. So I am looking forward to seeing Obed Mckoy in the T20 World Cup squad. Again, I'm at the selectors, but I think they will include him in the squad off the back, especially off the back of these performances. But that's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. Again, just to recap, West Indies, even the series against Nepal in another close encounter, but they were able to prevail and win this one. A much improved bowling performance by them. Their batting wasn't as good, but it was a low-scoring match, and a win is a win. Whether you score a lot of runs or you don't, as long as you win, that's the main thing. So congratulations to the West Indies team on their much improved performance and their winning this match. As always, viewers and subscribers, thank you for tuning in. Do remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comment section.